I've never seen so much, just how much just authentic your brand was. And it was just different. When you started it, were you afraid to lean into that much more? Again, it's a very flamboyant, gay kind of vibe. Were you afraid to lean into that?
And the original concept I had, which wound up very much evolving from, was like, what if it's like couture fitness? And also like, I remember I was like taking a coffee with a guy from a creative company I was working with that was doing some filming and videos. And I was like, ridiculous human, serious fitness. So a lot of the brand has really always been me being like, wouldn't it be funny if like we do this, right? So the first round of pictures were like me with like old school barbell guys, like a carnival barker, and me like the handlebar mustache, right? And me like with a megaphone and like a bunch of like Broadway chorus girls like on my leg, like looking up at the camera. And when I first started making the first couple of videos I did, and this was, 2010, a different world, very expensive, a lot of work, renting a mid-city gym, all night shoots. Like now everything's so fast and dirty. That was not the case then, children. And I remember after I first put it up, having this moment before I was going to send it out to people that, in my corner of the industry, like the Great Cooks, the Charlie Weingrofs, the people I knew like a little bit, but they were like super serious. And I was like, this goes my career. And the calculus at that time was Mike Boyle is probably not going to buy my services. Cross my arms, try not to move my face too much so people don't know what's going on with this guy.
You were trying to get fitness to be taken so seriously at that point, the Great Cooks and the Boyles and all this. And then you come around looking silly as fuck. Dude, we're just trying to get respected over here. I'm trying,
Yeah, I mean, I got to say this to the credit of everyone. I completely underestimated how open they would be to that. But that was the butt quivering moment where like I knew I was making the right call. I always say a real advantage I had was I was like just old enough to be like, fuck it. I've never made more than 40 grand a year. Who the fuck cares? Burn it all down. Like, I'm young enough still. It's fine. I don't care, right? And then ultimately, they were so cool. Like, I remember Great Cook, that after the first performance, was like, this guy, because he didn't even really know me. I would have been okay regardless, but I have to say that was the thing, one, that I was scared of. And the two, in practice, a lot of that sort of, elder class of the serious fitness people really affirmed what I was doing. And I think that I would have been okay regardless, but that was a very important thing at that time. That was like very nice to hear, like, okay, cool. I can maybe do this and not like have all my mentors think like, this guy's a fucking wahoo, which I am.